Well, that should do it. All right, begin boot up.
Systems check. Systems check. Systems check complete.
Hello, Debbie.
My name is Debbie. I am a Directional Electronic Beta Intelligence Unit. How may I assist you?
Well, Debbie, it's me, Edwin, your inventor.
Reconnecting sensors. Reconnecting. Hello, Edwin. I hope you are having an excellent Tuesday.
Oh, dear. I think we'll need to update the calendar module. Tuesday was a few days ago, Debbie.
What has happened?
Well, you were assisting me in a voltage check. Just a few moments more, Debbie 2.0, and we'll solve the energy crisis for all time by safely converting the power of lightning into electricity for the lab.
I strongly advise against this course of action. My circuits are unable to handle such...
Ohm's law, who invented you? I ought to know what you can handle.
Edwin, I request that you immediately...
Astounding! Debbie, we can finally move on to... Debbie? Debbie? Debbie!
My memory module has come back online. Did the high voltage of the lightning destroy my CPU?
Well, in a manner of speaking.
How long have I been out of commission?
A day. Or 19.
Edwin, you behaved in a most unscientific and irresponsible manner.
Oh, but look, we can't keep all of these fine people waiting. Welcome to Story Lab. Today we're taking a look at a story of a most excellent story about...
A story about forgiveness.
Oh, yes!
Hey, I'm Wyatt. We're talking about ways that we can help God's kingdom grow. And also, how excited we are that Debbie is back.
I am happy to be operational.
Edwin, did you patch things up with Debbie?
Oh, righto. So patched up. We are great.
You fried her CPU.
All water beneath the proverbial bridge.
Edwin, please note that I was out of operation for nearly 3 weeks. I was also unable to help with Dr. Sarah Bellum's controlled study of the brain, and I missed Dr. Allgood's birthday celebration.
Oh, who am I fooling? I am a despicable lab monkey. I must be evicted from the lab to roam the earth for the rest of my meager days. Oh.
Get up, Edwin. I forgive you.
I shall be cast out for all time You forgive me?
I forgive you.
Well, we must celebrate! Cue the music!
You know the vibes. Been in this thing winning rings
Oh,
for
yeah.
a while. Put it to the test, I can win it and try.
I'm so glad we've got all of that behind us. All this prostrating myself has made me hungry.
Banana?
Yes. Don't mind if I do. You call these bananas?
I mean, yellow, long, fruity. Yeah.
Those are reject bananas, every single one of them.
No, fine to me.
These two are not even ripe yet I am certain there was one perfect banana in the bunch when I last looked. You
Me?
took my perfect banana. You are eating it this very minute.
I'm sorry, Edwin. I didn't know you were saving it.
You broke protocol. Thereby, you must be evicted from the lab.
Okay, that feels a little extreme.
You shall be reinstated only after baking me a year's supply of banana bread.
Wow.
Edwin, I believe you are forgetting something.
Ah, yes. The lab manual. Section 7.9. All perfect bananas are the property of the lab monkey. Violation of this point will result in a fine of a 1 year supply of banana bread. Read it and weep.
Edwin, I believe you will benefit from hearing today's Bible story.
Yeah, we can ask Lex.
No, you're just stalling.
Okay. Lex, could you tell us a story that Jesus told?
I can do that. Which story?
Please tell us the story of the unmerciful servant.
Yeah, and Lex, could you add some additional context? Maybe I feel like that might help.
Now I'll give you some context.
I'm happy to help. Over and over, Jesus taught his followers that God's kingdom does not look like kingdoms on earth. God's kingdom does not grow by power or by forcing people. God's kingdom grows as people trust God and live his way. Incoming educational transmission. Incoming call from Dr. Allgood.
Well, hello, Story Lab. Are you ready for our Bible story today? Okay, so Jesus told this story while teaching his followers how they should treat one another. Now, one of his disciples named Peter wanted to know how many times he needed to forgive someone who sinned against him.
Lord, how many times should I forgive my brother or sister who sins against me? Up to 7 times?
I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times.
Jesus did not mean we should keep count and stop forgiving later. No, he meant that his followers should always be ready to forgive. Then Jesus told a story to explain why.
The kingdom of heaven is like a king who wanted to collect all the money his servants owed him. As the king began to do it, a man who owed him 10,000 bags of gold was brought to him. The man was not able to pay, so the master gave an order. The man, his wife, his children, and all he owed had to be sold to pay back what he owed.
This servant owed far more than he could ever repay. There was no way he could fix this problem by himself.
Then the servant fell on his knees in front of him. "Give me time," he begged. "I'll pay everything back." His master felt sorry for him. He forgave him what he owed and let him go.
That is amazing mercy. The king forgave such a huge debt the servant could never pay back.
But then that servant went out and found one of the other servants who owed him 100 silver coins. He grabbed him and began to choke him. "Pay back what you owe me."
Now, the second servant really did owe money, but compared to the first servant's debt, it was very small.
The other servant fell on his knees. "Give me time," he begged. "I'll pay it back." But the first servant refused. Instead, he went and had the man thrown into prison. The man would be held there until he could pay back what he owed.
The servant who had been shown mercy refused to show mercy. He had been forgiven much, but he forgave nothing.
Then the master called the first servant in. "You evil servant," he said. "I forgave all that you had owed me because you begged me to. Shouldn't you have had mercy on the other servant just as I had mercy on you?" In anger, his master handed him over to the jailers. He would be punished until he paid back everything he owed. This is how my Father in heaven will treat each of you, unless you forgive your brother or sister from your heart.
Whew, Jesus was teaching something very serious. Every one of us has sinned against God. We all need God's mercy, and we can't make ourselves right with God on our own. But God is full of mercy. And when you trust in Jesus, God forgives your sin completely. Not because you earned it, not because you fixed it yourself, but because Jesus made a way for you to be forgiven. So if God has shown us such great mercy, he wants us to show mercy to others. Forgiving doesn't mean that sin is okay, and it doesn't mean that hurt doesn't matter, but it does mean that we trust God to make things right, and we ask him to help us forgive from our hearts. Forgiveness can be hard. Very hard. But when you ask God for help, he can help you forgive. And when we forgive, we show what God's kingdom is like. God's kingdom grows when forgiven people become forgiving people.
God is so amazing and perfect and holy that any sin, whether it seems big or little, creates a giant debt, like that money the first servant owed.
But God is like the good king who completely forgave the huge amount of money.
When you choose to trust in Jesus and follow him, God wipes out your sin debt before you do one single good thing.
Like Jesus told Peter, you can continue to forgive without putting limits on it.
But forgiving someone does not mean that what they did was okay, or that you should let them keep doing it.
Yeah, if someone hurts you or makes you uncomfortable, you should always tell a grown-up that you trust.
Forgiving someone says that you are trusting God to make things right. And when you forgive, it frees you from staying angry and becoming hard and bitter.
And when you ask God for help and choose to forgive, you are helping to grow God's kingdom right where you are.
Thanks, Lex. You did great. So here's the thing. God's kingdom grows when you forgive.
When someone does something hurtful, you can ask the Holy Spirit to help you forgive.
Reading your Bible is a great place to start learning how to forgive.
Whether it is something very big
Like someone frying your CPU?
or something very little, like someone taking your preferred banana.
Edwin, you've been very quiet.
Yes, I'm a little preoccupied. Eating humble pie.
We have pie? Where?
Edwin means that he has realized it was wrong to refuse to forgive you for something small after I forgave him for something big.
Edwin,
What Debbie said.
so can you forgive me for taking your banana?
Yes, all is forgiven. That was a much smaller breach of protocol than my use of Debbie as a high-voltage aggregator. Debbie, I shall immediately bake you a year's supply of banana bread.
First, I have forgiven you, so you do not need to pay. Second, banana bread would gum up my sensors.
Fair point.
Thanks for joining us in Story Lab. We'll see you next time. So, Edwin, why don't you show me what makes a perfect banana?
Well, first you must determine the purpose of said banana, whether it's for eating, baking, throwing, or purely experimental purposes. Then we move on to the color. Which one is the most saturated? Then, the smell. It should smell just a touch off-putting.